Tomatoes are one of the foods that are familiar to everyone. As going around the fields from large to small, everyone has at least once seen a red berry tomato peeking out from behind the trees. So, how to make tomatoes on a larger scale? How do they use a tomato growing and harvesting model? Let us explore together. The model of growing and harvesting tomatoes is on another level. As tomatoes are used most flexibly in the summer, tomatoes are often grouped together with other vegetables in cuisine, but many people know them as a fruit. As tomatoes come in many varieties and are the leader in the tomato production, such as Mexico, USA, Spain, Netherlands, and Spain. As would you normally choose a tomato seed according to your own preference. But forget that, as they are really high yielding and fast to harvest. As here, they argue that small tomato varieties tend to be the easiest to fruit, but it is well worth experimenting with all of the different varieties. And the greenhouse is the place to gather all the most technological things in agriculture, and every year the greenhouse receives thousands of small tomato plants to bring to rig. As you know, a tomato plant can grow to a foot tall and can grow 10 to 12 inches in a week. So they will fix the tree with sticks and make a truss to keep the tomatoes growing, preventing diseases and pests, and helping the plants to stay upright. Since they grow their tomatoes in a greenhouse, and they use an automated system of drippers and pumps, it is important to keep the humidity levels constant for the tomatoes from 1 to 2 inches of water per week. It's especially noting that they should water the tomato plants evenly so as not to rot flower heads, as it is necessary to regularly cut off the new shoots growing at the corners of the main stem and the side branches, as the tomatoes are considered a heavy food, which means that they need a lot of nutrients to grow very well, as likely fertilizing with a low nitrogen fertilizer when the plants begin to flower, and then fertilize with organic fertilizers around them as they mature. And referring to greenhouses, it is indispensable for supporting technologies and equipment, right? As the farmer equips the heaters, sodium lamps, and coolers to control the condition inside the greenhouse. Temperatures should be between 70 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lighting needs at least 8 a.m. every day. As a critical time during the growing season is the correlation between helium, temperatures, and brightness that is critical. If you are a fan of growing tomatoes outdoors, then check out this model of tomato growing in California, where from tilling to planting and harvesting tomatoes entirely using a high-tech machinery. Giant machines like these help to make the soil more porous and fertile, as the planting is just putting the seedlings into the machine, and each tomato plant will be about 10 to 15 centimeters apart, as creating the beds to create the row spacing for tomatoes. It is also a method to help the plants to drain well and not to be waterlogged. As an addition, it will be easier to move and harvest the crops. When it comes to tomato harvesting, farmers around the world often use the Pick Right machine. The tomato harvester from Pick Right will be the right solution for challenging the soil or field conditions. And with this machine, you will be able to harvest between 30 to 50 tons of tomatoes per hour, regardless of the soil or the field condition. As tomatoes take 60 days to over 100 days to harvest, depending on the variety, as the harvesting of tomatoes needs to be gentle, avoiding crushing and bruising the tomatoes. With the big trucks carrying tons of tomatoes like this really makes us surprised, as the tomatoes are taken to factories for processing, canning, and ketchup. As the factories always put cleanliness first, so they wash and process these red tomatoes very carefully. As thanks to the extremely valuable nutritional components, tomatoes provide people with a perfect function, such as helping to brighten the eyes, helping to lose weight, protecting the skin, and supporting with sleep. As what are you waiting for without enjoying them? As this is the end of our video today, did you find it useful? As I believe this video, you can completely grow a quality tomato yourself at home. As please leave a comment down below to let us know. Don't forget to click the like, share and subscribe to support the channel. And for now, goodbye and see you in the next video.